everyone, it's Mandy. Have you ever had one of those days when you just realize that hobby you started kind of got a little out of hand and it became, instead of a hobby you wanted to do, the hobby became so much that it overcame you, I guess? Okay, maybe I should explain what I'm talking about. Alright, so I put in my last video, I showed how we were basically getting the house back in order, like moving everything around and stuff like that. Okay, well, we finished all the moving of things around for the most part this weekend. In the midst of it all, I actually had to deal with my clutter. And I know that's all part of the KonMari method and everything, but it got to the point where it bothered my husband to the point that he's like, just throw it out. Those of y'all that know me know that didn't sit well with me. I don't do well with just throw it out. Especially with the KonMari method, because it has you go through each item, hold each item, and decide if you're going to keep each item. So to me, that was very odd to just say, okay, I'm just going to throw it all out. And so that wasn't my answer there. But it did show me a category that I desperately need to go through because it is taking over our house. And it's not an easy one to go through because of the fact it is a hobby. It is something that's fun to us. It brings in extra money, so it's actually, there's a monetary benefit to it. But at what point does the monetary benefit, what point does the space supersede the monetary benefit? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what am I talking about? eBay. Those of y'all that have watched my videos know that me and my husband, we both sell on eBay. We collect things at yard sales and we sell them on eBay and make a profit. We buy things at thrift stores, basically anything we can get our hands on that we can turn a profit on. We buy for a lesser amount and sell it for a profit on eBay. Nothing wrong with it. Anybody can do it. Anybody can learn. There's plethoras of videos on YouTube learning how to do it. We're not swindling people. It's just some people just want to get rid of stuff, which is kind of where I'm at this point, rather than sell it themselves, even though they know they could possibly get more money for the item. So while we were going through everything, we were tripping over boxes, I was having to move empty boxes, things like that throughout the house, and it was all eBay related or consignment sale related or something like that. And that was the other thing, is it became to where now it was any way that I can make an extra buck. Let me make an extra buck. Let's do the kid consignment sales where you have to hold on to the inventory until that one weekend, because Xander was growing out of clothes. Well, I don't feel like I should just throw those clothes away when I could make $1 or $2 off of each outfit, When in actuality, when I did it, it took up so much time just to get everything together for that one sale, because you have to tag everything, you got to take it down there, you got to wait for the sale to go, you got to see how much you're going to make out of it, you have to pay the consignment sale fees and all of this stuff. And so I did it one time, but I had a lot of inventory that one time I did it. And so in the end, yeah, I did make a lot of money, because in actuality, I didn't make money. I recouped some of my costs back. It's what it boiled down to. So to me, that was a plus to sell the things. But now all I'm really going to have is clothes. Well, I'm only going to make like $1 or $2 off of each item if I want to actually sell it. Now, if I price it for higher, I'll sell some of it, but I'm not going to sell everything. And then I worry about not recouping my consignment seller fee. Anyway, that's what my goal is this week, to go through, is for the KonMari method, is to go through my eBay items, which is a hobby. So it's hobby items, which is something that's going to be hard. But at the same time, I do have some more standards on what I want to make off of items. And if it's not worth the time, then I am going to just donate it. And I should be okay with that. If there's somebody else that's just starting out as an eBayer and they do need the extra money, then they go to the the thrift store that I'm donating the items for, and they can pick them up. Then I'm blessing them by giving them inventory that they can sell. Because at one point in time, I did need the money. It was a necessity to do this, to where we could pay our bills. We got into way too much debt at the time and stuff like that. Now we're paying off debt, so now I don't need it. Now it is literally just a hobby. And who doesn't like extra money, So I want to get back to the point where it's fun again instead of a chore. And that's one thing that's kind of sad, and why this stuff set by the wayside is because it became more of a chore than a hobby. Where, you know, we were going out and having fun, going to the yard sales, finding things and stuff like that, where it was interesting. You know, you found that one weird item and you're like, oh, I wonder how much it's going to sell on eBay for, and stuff like that. I mean, that part was fun. Now I have a bunch of inventory and it's like, I've just got to list this stuff. And then it just sits there and I'm like, I really got to list this stuff. And then it just sits there. Then the next thing I know, I'm tripping over boxes and tripping over stuff, and then things are falling on the floor. Then I've got things get broken and things like that. And all I see is the wasted money, when in actuality I need to think of, I'm opening up space for the house. So I'm trying to do better. The only thing is, eBay and the eBay items is such a big category that I decided to break it down into 4 subcategories. Okay, so I really thought about what I have in there, because my closet is filled with eBay stuff. Y'all have seen my closet. So 4 subcategories. One is shipping supplies and packing materials. So basically anything involved in shipping the item. The second thing is equipment. So that's like my printers and papers to print the things like that, for labels, all that kind of stuff. Then the third thing is inventory listed. So this is stuff that I already have listed on eBay. Which, another thing that told me I needed to do this today was I sold an item and then I couldn't find it. And so I had to refund them the money because I can't find the item to ship it to them. And that's just embarrassing. Because I really don't have that many items listed. I've got 65 items listed. I should be able to find one item out of the 65 and I can't find it. So I just refunded them the money and apologized in an email. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I thought I had this, but apparently I relisted it on accident. This happened I guess like a year ago, and I redid my inventory again, and so that just tells me it's time to do it again. It's really annoying that's what it comes to remind yourself. But it's true. And then my 4th category is inventory to list. So this is the part where I'm going to purge the majority of the stuff, because if it's not something that's going to make me a good chunk of change, I'm not going to list it. I'm not going to waste my time listing it, because it's going to take more time to list it than it is to keep it. So, and I'm going to set myself a time frame to list everything. So, of the stuff I'm keeping, I need to be able to list it in 6 months. If I'm not going to list it within 6 months, I'm getting rid of it. So if I don't have the want to list it in 6 months, then I'm getting rid of it. Kind of the same thing as the KonMari method. I'm giving myself 6 months to do this in. I'm going to give myself 6 months to list my stuff on eBay after I'm done with the KonMari method. So I guess I'm technically giving myself more than 6 months, because I've still got 3 more months left in this method to do. Which is also scary. I said I was going to start this and get this done in 6 months. I'm nowhere near it. I've got a lot still left to do of this process. But just bear with me. So anyway, that's what I'm going to go through next, is my eBay stuff. And that's what we're going to do. So let me show you what all I've got, and it is a mess. I'm sorry. Well, some of it's a mess, some of it's actually organized. It's a method to the madness. All right, so we're going to start in the bathroom, because this is where everything ended up at after we did a bunch of moving around and stuff. So empty boxes, empty boxes, empty boxes, empty boxes. Kind of ridiculous, right? This is not eBay, it's my son's blocks. This stuff is eBay that's been listed. Empty boxes, empty boxes, empty boxes, empty boxes. And then regular stuff. 2 mannequins, which is equipment. Then we come in here. Empty boxes. Shipping stuff. Inventory that needs to be listed. Inventory that's been listed. Boxes, 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 boxes. Shipping stuff. Boxes, shipping stuff. Things that need to be listed. It just keeps going. All of that mess. In fact, I should be able to walk in this closet once I'm done with all the packing materials back there. Basically, once I get through this closet, I'll be able to walk in my closet again. Okay. Not done yet. Boxes. That was actually stuff to be listed on eBay too, but it's a bunch of cable wires and stuff. Okay. You come in here. Okay. Stuff that I was going to donate, which never did get donated, so I don't know. That's a donation bag too. This was stuff that was supposed to be in a consignment sale / donated. The DVDs that I never did get to listing. That can't go on to the used bookstore. Okay. And in here, these bins here, all things that, like 2 of them have things in it that have already been listed. 4 of them have things that need to be listed. All clothes. Yeah, lots. Filled to the brim with clothes. Okay. And I believe I have some stuff in the office now, too. Not 100% sure. Let me check. Yes, I was correct. Boxes, and I honestly don't know what's in them. Boxes that were supposed to go to a consignment sale. I think this is also consignment sale stuff. I really don't know anymore. So much stuff. But yeah. So as you can tell, there's eBay's taking over my house. So I'm going to go through this stuff and KonMari it and see what we end up with. Just breaking down the boxes alone is going to be a chore. So, alright. And I will try to only keep what I need. And what can make good money. I don't need to make $2 off of things. I need to make more money than $2 off of something. So, alright. So, that is my eBay confession. And reseller's confession. Now it's time to make some sense of this all.